Find functional hilarity at the Biffa Emporium. Girl, it's what I heard. Allegedly, it's just the word. Allegedly, it's on the street. Allegedly, I sing to the beat. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly. Carlos. One, you couldn't put the top 10 housewives all in one episode. You had to split it up. You ain't even got your ads together yet, fool. And two, you gonna start the list with the number 10 housewife as Gabrice and Gabrissy? Gabrice and Gabrissy. Now, Karen Huger, I could accept. Gabrice and Gabrissy gives me a Shereé Whitfield tea. There's nothing to her. It's spring, summer, fall. Yes, she is messy, but without her hairless henchman, Rob Dixon. I knew this podcast was going to be a disappointment, just like you. As of today, there's a total of 139 housewives. That's a lot of heifers. Oh, wait, Gabrice and Gabrissy wasn't number 10. It was Danielle Staub. And you know what? I'll give it to her. Now that is a hot, sizzling mess. He said he knew he had a star when she could change the temperature of the set with her mere appearance. I don't know if that really makes her a star. She just gets people started. Oh, geez, he's got Giselle at number 9. No. He knows we about to read him for You're absolutely right. I really see why this podcast took so long. You sound horrible. I don't really love or really hate Giselle. I'm just tired of her averageness and resting on light skin and green eyes. It's the laziness and mediocrity for me. He says she's the uncredited executive producer of that show. Well, that just goes to show how foolish she is, because she should be getting credit and compensation for her work. If she was getting that, she might have been able to finish that barn. He said she comes on and gives you a show. What show? All she's been famous for is having a boyfriend in the phone, a man that won't go to a wedding with her, and children that don't like her. Her friendship with Rob is boring, and we're tired of her lack of relationship and plotline. What show is she giving? She ain't giving a fashion show, not a makeup show, not a love show. What show? She's the queen bee of that show, then what is Karen? She's the queen bee, more like a wasp, a hornet, but nobody's useful, beautiful queen bee. He said Karen could sit back and say, Giselle gets it started, but I like to finish it. Okay, girl. He said Giselle is the Michael Jordan and Karen is the Scottie Pippen. You wrong, Carlos. You're wrong and you're wrong. The moments on Potomac that made us laugh, let's see, when Candace got bopped, moments that make me smile, when Candace got bopped again, moments that made me gag, when Ashley opened up about that throuple marriage and Monique knew. Oh, Monique's binder, that's a moment that made me gag. Monique's binder, his number is 401. Now, you see, Giselle ain't never said nothing that anybody remembers like that. Do you have a full binder? I have a full binder. Please, get Gabrissy out of here. Now, I will say, when Monique said 401, she was talking about Giselle. Actually, Giselle's man in her phone. That's what she was talking about. So it really wasn't even about Giselle. It was about Jamal Bryant. Then you're going to say, oh, well, Giselle provoked Ashley and Candace into getting in their little knife fight. He says Giselle doesn't care what anybody thinks about her. The problem is that's just a narcissistic personality disorder. Number 8 is Ramona Singer. Out of 139 heifers, you have to give that racist bitch some shine. Fuck you, Carlos. Fuck you all days and fuck you always. Kim Zolciak, not just one, but 2 races. Don't nobody give a shit about that low-down monkey with a wig on. She was only marginal the first season. We just celebrating skanks today. He said as a producer, he had to discover who Kim was dating and felt like the white heifer from Murder, She Wrote. That's Angela Lansbury. You put some respect on her name. He really talking about tardy for the party being on the pop charts? She really had an audit. Boy, if you don't shut up. I couldn't even call that a one-hit wonder. It was an unofficial theme song. He gonna give number 6 to Shereé Whitfield, and I ain't even gonna argue with him. He says Shereé made explicitly sure that NeNe wasn't let in the party. Well, we knew that, and we knew it was a stunt for the show. Tell us something we don't know. He said, well, production wasn't on the list, but that wasn't the point. She didn't care about production getting in. She just wanted NeNe out. He says she didn't have a blueprint in terms of how reality works. She didn't have a blueprint for that house either, which is why she's now in a mold-filled edifice. He said Shereé understood the assignment before it was understood amongst the masses. Then why was she one of the first to go from the show? I mean, they've been booting her off and bringing her back and booting her off and bringing her back. What does she understand? How to keep getting fired? He said everybody's scared of Shereé because she'll whoop your ass. What? I'm not afraid of a failure or the foreclosed on. She's the first housewife to be asked to come back twice. Why the hell did she leave? Why was she asked to leave and not return? They got desperate and needed her, sorry, but... Well, that was his little half-hour episode. I'm going to be back when the next one comes out. I'm not going to enjoy it, but at least you won't have to listen. Besides, Carlos owes me some full free press and promo. In other terrible news, Sissy Spaghetti could land a $10 million book deal over the hate crime scandal. I don't know. I don't know, because they say sources close to Jussie, and so that could just mean the voices in his head or the white people who apparently assaulted him, because again, I want to know where those honkies are. I don't want them hurting no black people. Where them honkies? Where they at though? But who's going to read the book? Who's going to listen to his lies? It would have to be published as fiction. I mean, unless you gone make it a picture book where you show us what was going on in Steamworks, I don't see your shit selling, sis. I don't see it. Who's picking up that book of lies? That's what I want to know. I mean, I would say maybe hire him as a writer. He's got a fertile imagination, but you think we coming to you for the truth, for your version of events? We already saw that on Robin Roberts when you fought back, but they were white. Right? That when you were on Robin, they were white, but at trial, they were black. They were the Osundario brothers. So we need to know how, is that what you're going to explain in the book, how 2 white men turned black? Is that what you're going to explain? Now that might be worth $10 million. That might be worth it. If you can really explain that, I'd be interested. But I don't think you're going to be able to explain it in any words that a rational, intelligent adult that believes 2 + 2 is 4 would understand. They said he's desperate for a cash infusion. Well, I mean, maybe if you didn't lie, you wouldn't be as desperate for a cash infusion. Maybe if you didn't set your own self up, you'd still be on Empire. But there's nothing that could have been done for you being dropped from your label. Dropped. Honey, like a hot potato, like a bad habit. Letoya Luckett throws shade at Beyoncé, saying she learned following her split from Destiny's Child, you don't have to shrink yourself to be good at your role. See, that's why they went on and got Michelle Can't Hit a Note Williams, just to make them sound better. I don't think Kelly was that insecure, but somebody was. I ain't gonna say who, the other person in the group, and it ain't Latavia. That poor Latavia, they just picked that girl to death. She won't even sing no more. That Knowles treatment. I want nothing to do with it. NeNe Leakes claims she's been blacklisted by Hollywood. I don't think that you were blacklisted, hun. I just don't think you're that good of an actress. I mean, Ryan Murphy hung up the phone on you. He gave you Glee and The New Normal. Child, you just didn't take off. Sometimes it happens. And didn't you just get that College Hills show? I think that you're A when it comes to reality, but F when it comes to actual acting. I mean, basically you're just playing you, and you're not that interesting. You work great in a reality ensemble setting, but when it really comes to delivering lines and emoting, you're kind of dead in the face, sweetie. Sometimes you have to play the note you know, And sometimes the audience gets sick of you singing the same old shit. Khloe Kardashian reveals her only regret about getting a nose job. On which head? On which head? You just sent in your heads to get nose jobs. What, did it come back misshapen? Is that what happened? Because you send your heads off in a FedEx box and they come back to you in 3 to 5 business days. Miss Potato Heads. You probably just pluck the nose off and send that in. How many noses you got? Nose job. Please, you pick your nose. Not pick it, but literally you open your drawer of noses just like Michael Jackson and put that sucker on your head and call it macaroni. I mean, you fake face fuck. Her regret about getting a nose job, that you don't look like your father OJ no more? What's your regret, heifer? There's a Love and Hip Hop movie in the works, but a script is being created. It's always been scripted, so why change the formula? They are broke when we ain't gonna fix it. I just know it better be shot at I know it better be shot at the Kennedy Fried on 150th in Amsterdam. I don't want them going, I don't want to hear shit else. Crown Fried. Don't nobody want to see that shit. Cam Newton said that there are women that don't know how to allow a man to lead. Where the hell are you taking them? Where are you going? Because if it ain't on a yacht, shut the fuck up. Now, you might got some yacht money. I'll give you that. But where are you going? Women are the leaders of the household, whether you know it or not. Yes, because of the patriarchy, men make more money, but women are the decision makers of the household. I would much rather have a woman run my life. You see, the problem is men don't know how to let a woman lead because she's gonna live 10 years after you, so she's planning her shit. Stop being an idiot. You know how to let a man lead. Where are you taking her? To Bullshitville? To Baby Mamaville? To I ain't gonna marry you after 10 yearsville? Lead her where? Now, Russell Wilson, he might be able to take you somewhere, but you need to shut up. I swear, I didn't know we were going on a trip. Let a man, and do you have a compass? I bet you she got a compass in her phone too and her bill paid. Unless he's taking you on a trail or something and he really knows it, don't follow his dumb ass. Like we know where the hell we going, please. Well, those are today's top stories from this bottom, so I'll see you soon for Candy and the Gang. Alleged what? Alleged who? Allegedly, allegedly. Don't blame, don't sue. Allegedly, allegedly.